Hello everybody, Horseman here, and today I bring to you Doom. The game is finally released, and it is definitely proving to be a tried and true successor of the original mid-1990s cult classic, and assumingly and arguably father of all first-person shooters. What you'll see here is gameplay related to the game, the first hour or so, bits and pieces here and there, and I'll be talking about my first impressions of the game as well as how it feels considering that I was an avid player of the original Doom and now I'm back. So, what you see here also is the game being played on ultra settings. I do tinker around with the field of view for a little bit, but aside from that, this is tried and true 60 frames per second, ultra settings, and I'm running a GTX 980 Ti. Without further ado, I hope you enjoy. As we get into the game, you'll see that there are plenty of difficulty settings ranging from really easy to an ultra nightmare mode, which pretty much is like a survival mode, where you die once, that's it. It is permadeath. You are done. And it's supposed to be one of the hardest, kind of challenge-inducing type of game plays. I know that even some of the devs have not yet even completed this part, that difficulty level. So it'll be interesting to see how well it goes, but here we go. So this is the very beginning.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
Alright, so the very first thing we see here is you coming out of some type of sarcophagus. You got crazy runes cut into your hand, you got scars all over the place, and there's runes on top of this, what seems to be a tomb. And it really does put a good emphasis on the setting. It's going to be a little bit more story driven than past incarnations of the game, and I like that. I like being able to still have that run and gun, get the story as you play type of deal, but what is going on? Why were you entombed? How does this even happen? Are you the demon? Begs the question. Or does this actually take place after Doom 3 and the demons themselves have entombed you so that way they can prevent you from stopping their great grandmaster plans?
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Rezop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
So it already seems as though this guy's pretty embittered by what's going on here. Here's the recording of some doctor, don't know exactly who he is yet, and he just smashes that terminal to bits and pieces, puts it aside, and later on you see him kind of do the same thing as well. This game does a very good job in introducing you to some of the basic components of the game through not only your ranged fighting capabilities, but also what you see here, the melee component. You'll notice that these enemies have been flashing some type of gold or orange color and then blue. And if you don't know what this is essentially the enemy being stunned, and it offers you an opportunity to get what's called a glory kill. And when you're playing through, it's not something that is awkward or something that feels forced. I mean, it really does become a way to dispatch enemies without having to burn more of your ammunition. And I think it's very satisfying when you just kind of shove your fist through their face. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just me. This is definitely one of those gorier games, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, you're fighting the minions of hell. I mean, didn't exactly expect something like Diablo 3's Whimsy Shire over here. So, but the bottom line is, I mean, there's a lot of good components with the game so far. The sound is great, especially if you're using headphones, and you just get that sense of feeling of dread. And hey, I can hear skittering, I can hear growling, I can hear all these things around me, but I don't always get a chance to see them. And just like in previous Doom games, when you get an enemy, the fight always escalates. You know, it starts off with those minions, and then it upgrades to armed marine zombies, and then it gets to the imps, and then it just kind of goes on from there. And you're going to see that kind of going on through every single encounter, every single, I guess, big encounter such as this. What you saw there was me opening up a rune. I'm not sure exactly what they're called yet. I probably should have paid attention to the to what it said on the helper, but I was just so eager to hit that E button that I just had to do it. And then after that, a fight ensues, and once you clear all the demons in the area, the way forward opens up for you, and you get these occasionally, and they're usually plot driven, not really plot driven, but progress driven. And so again, once you complete it, you can move on. As you can see from the graphics here, that it is very detailed. The shadowing is great. You got some isometric lighting and volumetric smoke and lighting and shadows, and it's beautiful. I mean, as you can see, I am running at ultra right now. It is at 90 FOV, and later on I kind of realized, man, it just seems so confined, and I do open it up. At some point in time, I do open it up to about 126, but it felt like I was looking through a fishbowl, so I didn't like that too much, and I did round it down to about 115 before I felt most comfortable, where the reticle wasn't too small, and I wasn't getting too much of that fisheye lens thing going on, and that's kind of a good spot for me. In terms of the sound, I have noticed some kind of annoying issues with the sound, and it's not just me per se, because I have watched other videos, people reviewing the game, and they get the same type of thing. You might hear something and then it cuts out almost like it's an unfinished sound bit or something like that. If it was just one time, that'd be one thing, but like for instance, when I go to open up a door with my bare hands, it kind of makes that crunching noise, and it kind of clicks, and you think that it would have some type of cooldown on that sound, but it just cuts off completely, and then it picks up again to a new sound bit for the actual opening of the said door. And is it a terrible thing? No, but at the same time, I mean, there's just there's little things here and there such as that kind of take away. A good example is also the sound of the enemies. You know, you can hear them screeching and hollering at you from nearly from all the way down the hall or in another room, and it just seems, again, a little bit awkward. What you see here is me finally stepping outside to the Mars landscape and getting a chance to really explore the map. It's not an open world, as you can probably imagine, but they are fairly big maps, and there's a lot of secrets to go around. There's collectibles, there's armor pieces, there's just secret areas, even though there's not that necessarily that big of a reward for them. It is still nice to find those secrets. You get bonuses later on, and it's finding those collectibles that is most rewarding. You'll also had seen on that map there that there is a little, what looks like an index card on there, and that's what I'm looking for right now. And that's your story right there. You pick up those little data cards, and it's going to tell you exactly what's going on with the enemies that you encounter, how they were created, a little bit of lore info, as well as the weapons that you're using, the environment that you're in. And so, in my opinion, I think it's a good idea to collect them. Of course, I'm kind of all for that type of thing. You can see me derping out pretty hardcore right there, but um, I do eventually find it here, and got a chance to read that data card and get a little bit of information on the enemies that I have fought so far. Music for me has always been a big part of a game. It's what helps kind of drive the story, drive the feeling, drive the mood of the game itself, and Doom is no exception. I mean, some of you may not think that it matters all that much, but I mean, as you can see here, the music starts ramping up as I'm getting ready to fight, and in many cases, as the fights become progressively harder and harder, I mean you're gonna hear that music, that classic Doom music, start to just ramp up and give that feeling of badassery as you're just tearing people apart, shooting people in the face. And I say people loosely, I mean demons. I mean, let's call it exactly what it is here. Shooting these demons in the face, and again, that's a huge part for me. It's a big bonus, though I have noticed that there are a lot of kind of silent areas, so I mean, really the only thing you hear are your own footsteps, especially in the more exploration modes of this game. And yes, I mean, you're going to have brief moments of just pure exploration. It's oftentimes I've already found myself to clear out an entire area. The game pace is scattered. I mean, that's one thing I have to say, and this is one thing I don't like. I mean, it's good that I get a chance to go around and explore, because it's really hard to explore or really do much of anything when you're just when you're shooting stuff and things are chasing after you, dodging bullets, dodging fireballs. So I mean, it's good in the sense that it does give you a chance to explore, because I mean, there's plenty of secrets abound, but at the same time, I mean, the pacing goes from crazy and chaotic to absolutely nothing. You're just sitting here trying to find that piece of armor or that one little secret or that collectible. And uh, at that point in time, even the music just kind of slows down to next to nothing. You're not shooting. You're not really doing much of anything except looking around, derping around, falling off of cliffs. So it's just something to consider. If you like that sort of thing, I mean, it's not a game ender for me. I mean, I absolutely love getting that chance to explore. I mean, and try to find those little hidden areas. I mean, I've already been stuck a couple times trying to figure out how to open up a single door, but it it borrows itself from its past by, oh, I just got a yellow key. I had to remember that there was more than one yellow door, and I had to go back, and then I had to retrace a lot of my steps that I had already gone through, and look for the secret passages that I missed before. So I think that's a good thing. Once you get the auto map, which can be found at a terminal, it shows locations of collectibles, armor, any type of upgrade. In this case, I found a collectible. And just coming around the corner here and jumping up on a couple of boxes, you can see that I find one of the secrets. And there you have it. So those automap terminals that you find, very, very useful. And this is an example of one such Automap Station. This terminal just unlocks a portion of the overall map, and it shows you certain collectibles, or again, armor pieces, health stations, whatever you need. Collecting these Praetor suit tokens was very interesting component added to this incarnation of Doom. Here you get a token which you can spend to upgrade certain aspects of your suit, whether it's dexterity, hazardous, environment, defense, or finding collectibles and other armor pieces on the map, and other bonuses to help your combat efficiency. This is not something that's ever been in previous games for, obvious reasons. There were very simplistic games in the past, and now, yes, it is a little bit more sophisticated. But again, this is something that I like because it has a bit of an RPG element to it. So, wow, great system. Throughout the game, you'll find levers such as this that open up secret areas. Some of those secret areas are a lot harder to get into than others, but what one thing I do really enjoy about it is that it brings you back to the old Doom days. Of course, your character looks the same and the enemies look the same, but of course the environments as well as even some of the pickups that you find do definitely do not look the same. They got that old feel to it, and it's just again a nod to the old games, and I think it's a welcome addition to the game. It doesn't add anything, and it doesn't take away anything. It just it's a little bit of fan service, and that's just fantastic. And I died. Oops. Alright, well, take two. This time I find the right way to go. One aggravating thing about the death penalty is that you never know when your last checkpoint was, and so if you found a secret, or two, or three, you may have to go back and find it again and re-accomplish it. So make sure you pay attention to where you are and how long it's been since your last checkpoint. Fast forward a little bit, I want to just show you real quick briefly about what it looks like to complete a mission. Once you do get to that end point, you're going to be greeted with a, hey, you've completed this episode mission 1, and it's going to give you a quick layout as to what you accomplished, challenges, combat, and what have you. Graphic settings can be changed to however you like. Here I'm just showing you once again that I've got about the settings as high as I can, but one of the things that was kind of bugging me was the field of view. So I'm just going to show you real briefly on what it looks like to change the field of view, as well as just kind of how it looks like. I've got it nearly maxed. I didn't put it all the way up to, I think, 130 is the max. You also have the capability of showing output, basically performance. As you can see at the upper right hand corner, I've got 60 frames per second because that's the low setting. But after changing the field of view, it just kind of looked really goofy. As you can see here, it looks very fishbowl-ish, so it wasn't something that I liked, and I was able to go back through and change it to a different setting to give it less of that fishbowl appearance. So as I was just bringing up that menu right there was the challenges. This particular mission has different challenges that you can partake in. One such was to shoot two of those guys or kill two of those guys with one shotgun blast, and others to include the different methods by which you can dispatch them through your glory kills. So you had to do like 5 different animations for your glory kills. All right, so yeah, at this point in time, I was like, whoa, wait, that's way too fishbowlish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust it a little bit to about 115 or so, and I thought this was a big improvement. It wasn't quite as bad, but I mean, it still has a little bit of appearance. But it's necessary when you're playing a game like this, and you kind of want to know what's around you. You want to have a little bit more field of vision when you're fighting. You don't want to just see your gun. So to me, I thought that was a big improvement to the overall game, and I don't know, it just kind of looks better too.
believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
All right. Well, in this video, I've given you a chance to see what Doom is all about. I've given you a chance to see how it plays, how well it looks, as well as some of the features that are included with this new incarnation of Doom. Again, if you were a big fan of the series before, then I definitely suggest trying this out. I mean, if nothing else, it's fun. I mean, you're not going to be looking for a lot of character development. You're not going to be looking for a big story, but there are some bits and pieces of story that I think are going to play out pretty well. And I mean, if nothing else, I mean, it's just fun and interesting. And getting a chance to bust demons in the face and the way you do in this game is just fantastic. But I'll definitely be putting out more videos, more gameplay videos, parts 2, 3, 4, and however many I feel like doing. So stay tuned and keep watching. If you like to see certain parts of this game or would like me to elaborate on certain features, please annotate that in the comment section below. Feel free to leave feedback, constructive feedback. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, throw me a like, subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any other future videos that I put out. I'm definitely not just a Doom guy. I put out all kinds of games, Diablo, Overwatch, I mean, you name it. I'm a multifaceted gamer. So by all means, hope to see you again. Until next time, Horseman out.